Hi everyone, welcome to Snippets and Scraps. If you are new here, welcome, and if you are a returning subscriber, then welcome back. I'm so happy that you are here. As you can already tell from the title of this video, today I am going to do like a roundup of my 2022 journals and planners, as well as explain what I'm going to use in the coming year 2023. So yeah, if you're interested, then please keep on watching. So as you can see, I have used quite a few things in 2022. Not everything is on frame as well. I have more here. So yeah, I will go through each of them and explain how I have used them and whether or not I'm going to continue using them in 2023, and if not, then why, if there's something I'm adding to my lineup, and yeah, why. So let's get started. I'll first remove everything from here and then I'll take you through everything one by one. So the first thing and the most important thing in my entire lineup is my daily planner, and which is, as you already know, my A6 Stalogy. I have two of them. This was the first one which I used from January until the end of June. I've already done a flip through of this in my channel, and if you haven't watched it, I will link it here and also in the description box below. And this is the second one which I am using currently, and I'll use it till the end of this year. So yeah, I am not going to use any Sextology next year, and my daily planner is going to be something else. I will explain in the second part of this video what I'm going to use as my daily planner the following year. Then I have my Hobonichi weeks, which I have used for the first time this year, and I have used it mostly as like a supplement to my daily planner. So this does not contain everything. This one mainly has bits and pieces that helps me to keep my life on track. So what I'm going to do, I'm not sure if this will work out as of now, but what I'm going to do is use the Hobonichi weeks as my main planner next year. I am definitely going to do a more in-depth video as to how I plan to use it as my daily planner and how I hope that this is going to work, because this is very different from my planning style. As you know, I like my daily pages, and this one is a weekly planner. So I don't know how this will work out for me, but for now, Hobonichi weeks, this one is a regular. I had purchased, sorry, let me try and pull this one out. This is the one that I used. It's a regular one, and for 2023, however, I got a mega so that I have those extra pages at the back, and hopefully have enough space to do all my planning in just one small book. So yeah, this one, if you're interested, I can do a flip through as well at the end of the year, showing how I used it. Yeah, but for now, I think that I may do a video on my 2023 weeks, not only doing the setup but also explaining how I'm going to use it. I have some ideas, but like I said, I'm not sure whether or not that will work out for me. Next thing in my planner lineup is this planner that I used until the end of, I think, July, which is when I stopped working full-time. So I don't use it anymore. This is the vertical weekly undated one that I used, along with a simple plain notebook for notes. I don't use it anymore, but when I did, I used these two inside of this brown cover from the Travelers Company, and I really enjoyed using this. However, if I ever go back to a full-time job, I mean, if and when I do, I don't know what kind of job I'll be doing, so depending on that, I'll have to take a call. But otherwise, the kind of job that I was doing, this worked out perfectly for me. Then I have this 5-year Hobonichi journal that I purchased in 2022, and I have used this throughout the year. Unfortunately, I'll not be able to show you what I've written, but I have used this diligently, and I plan to continue using it in the coming year as well. The cover is very dirty, as you can tell, because I have, like I said, used it, and it's usually lying around here and there. Just making sure that I have this in front of me just so I use it. So this is coming with me to 2023 as well. Then I have my journals. So this one, along with my passport journal, which used to be inside this one, but I've moved it out since, and I've already done a flip through of these on my channel. I will again link the videos here and also in the description box below. You can check them out if you're interested. Both of them are collage creative journals. So these are all collages that I've done throughout the year, and this one is the dated vertical weekly from the Travelers Company, and this one is a journal that I made myself. This is in passport size, and most likely both of these are coming with me to the next year as well. Of course, those are going to be new journals, but yeah, these are something that I really enjoyed. And although this is like a weekly insert, I have not necessarily followed this weekly pattern of creating collages. I created them as in when I wanted to. Sometimes I'm behind, sometimes I'm, ahead in time. But either way, I have completed both, and I'm very happy with how these have turned out, and I plan to continue using them as well. Then I have my travel journal. I got this only this year, so of course when I traveled before I got this cover, I used my olive, but either way the inserts are what matters. So I have managed to complete 2 this year only, although I have one more that I'm still working on. This is my US trip journal, and this one is from the Hong Kong, leaving Hong Kong trip. And if you want to see, I can obviously show these journals on here as well. Let me know if you're interested in seeing how I do, how I create, or like how I document my travels. I can do that. I'm still working on the Dubai one, but I'm not sure if I'll be able to finish it this year. Either way, it doesn't really matter to me when I finish them, as long as I have them done at some point. Yeah. Then I have my journals that are not coming with me to 2023, and those are these 2. One is Hobonichi Techo. This is the A6 size, and this is my pen and paper journal. And while I was mostly up to date, towards the end of the year I just couldn't keep up, and considering the kind of life that I'm looking forward to next year, I don't think I will be able to document my days on a daily basis, which is why I plan to use my 5-year journal instead of this one. Again, this is very personal, I don't think I can show you. I have used just washi tape and pen and paper, that's it. So this is not coming with me to next year. I am planning to use something, a journal I mean, which I will use when I feel the need to write, and so that there is no pressure, to journal regularly. So yeah. And then the other one is this memory journal. Again, this is the VEG version. I ended up selling the second half of the year just because I couldn't keep up. Again, the main reason is that this is dated. Next year I don't plan to have any dated journals, so that I don't have the pressure to fill them up regularly. I will use plain notebooks or undated pen or whatever, just to document things that I want to, or get things off my mind when I want to. And yeah, that's the idea. The last 2 journals are a bit of a surprise for you perhaps, and if you are watching this video, then most likely I have already given birth to a baby boy. My due date is on the 7th of December, and today is Monday the 28th of November, and this video is not going live before the due date because I have my December videos and other stuff coming up. But yeah, so this is a journal that one of my friends gifted me. She gifted me this book somewhere in the middle of my pregnancy, so of course the first few weeks are blank. I may go back and fill them up, but I haven't done anything to those pages yet. So this is very special, and this is going to be my first child, so I'm super excited. Do wish me luck, and yeah, I'll insert some pictures of myself at this point. Since I'm recording this in advance, I don't have any pictures of my baby as of yet, but yeah, I may share them in the future. But for now, I'll insert pictures of my own, bump. And this is something that I'm sorry, I don't want to share much about my pregnancy as of now, at least, so I'm not going to show the insides. So the pages look something like this. So yeah, so you can write notes and do some habit tracking, which I'm already doing in my Hobonichi weeks, so I did not repeat them here. If I want to, if I get time in the future, I may go back. But yeah, this is a very interesting what do you say, like a journal, but I haven't really kept up much because I am already dealing with so many journals and planners. I'm sorry, with this pregnancy brain, it's so difficult to film videos. As you may have noticed, that I have gone through a lot of tough times during this pregnancy, starting from some mental health issues. The first trimester was super hard mentally, and second trimester was good. Of course, I traveled and it was a fun time, but then started, my deficiencies, and I had to go through a lot of treatments, and I had some very bad pain in my belly. So those kind of things happened, and again took a toll on my mental health. Then I had my sister-in-law's wedding to plan, and yeah, so it has been a roller coaster of a year. This is actually the reason why I don't want an A6 Stalogy next year, because I won't have time to set up my planners. That's the gist of it. Okay, then this one is what I'm using to plan all my baby stuff. So be it any kind of research or lists, so that's what I'm using. I'm using like a Travelers Company grid notebook, and yeah, so that is that. And the last thing that I used this year was this passport size Travelers Company notebook. This one I used mainly as a wallet. I have this little notebook here for notes, and that's about it. And this, of course, the case and a folder. So yeah, that's about it for my 2022 lineup. So the next thing that I'm gonna film is my 2023 lineup, but I think I'm gonna film it separately. I am running out of breath, and my due date is in like a week and I cannot film for a long time at a stretch, but I think I'll join both the clips and make it into one video instead of two. So today is the next day of filming, and now I'm going to talk about the planners and journals that I'm going to use in 2023. So like I said, I'm not going to use an A6 Stalogy in the coming year. Instead, the Hobonichi Weeks is going to be my main planner, and this is the one that I have purchased. This one is in the color Tropical Yellow. It's a mega, and it's the English edition, and yeah, so this is going to be my main planner. And because I am not going to use an A6 Stalogy, I am planning to incorporate some daily planning. I mean, not daily pages, but some sort of daily log in the notes pages at the back. So which is why I got the mega, and I am going to set this up and talk in depth about how I plan to use the Hobonichi weeks. So look out for that if you're interested. So yeah, that's the first thing in my lineup. Next thing in my lineup is my 5-year journal. This is not changing. It will remain in my lineup just like I have used it daily in 2022. I am going to use it every day or at least every few days and keep up with this 5-year journal. So that is the plan. Next thing is my travel journal. I have not made any plans for travels for next year, but I'm sure my husband and I will definitely go somewhere because we enjoy traveling so much. So I'm not making any changes to this one as of now. I just have this dashboard and my current journals inside, and whenever I do plan any travel, I will of course add a new insert to this one. And yeah, so that's that. Next, I have my creative journals. As I've already shared, I used the vertical inserts from Traveler's Company this year, as well as a handmade journal in the passport size. So that's what I'm going to continue for 2023 as well. I will do a setup video for the 2023 inserts and I'll show you how I decorate and everything. So yeah, I'm going to replace these old ones with the new ones soon. That's for the regular size, and for the passport size I have already created a handmade journal. This one is my first attempt at making an accordion style one. So yeah, this is going to be my passport size journal, creative journal for next year. It will go inside one of my Traveler's Company passport size TNs. Next I have this Take a Note vertical weekly planner. This I am going to use as my memory keeping journal. So this is a vertical weekly, as I showed you in my haul video, and I'm going to write the highlights of the day and decorate it a bit. So that's the idea. I'm not sure how good I am going to be at doing that, but thankfully this is not dated, so even if I skip some weeks it should be absolutely fine. And together with this I am going to use monthly insert from the Traveler's Company, and both of them will be housed inside my brown Traveler's Company notebook. Yeah, so hopefully I will be able to keep up with these, and yeah, hoping for the best. Next I have this passport size TN that I'm planning to use as my daily wallet, and this will also house my monthly insert from Traveler's Company that I plan to use as my forward planning as well as on the go planning, because like I mentioned, I'm expecting my first a baby and I'm sure I'll have a lot of doctor appointments and such. So I think a monthly planner will help me keep everything on track. And finally I have this Hobonichi day free A6 size Techo. This is going to be my memory keeping journal, and like I mentioned, because last year I tried using an Avec and also the original, which are both dated. I could not keep up, and next year with the baby and everything I don't think I'll be able to manage at all. So the day free is not dated, of course. So I think I can, you know, journal about the baby, about my family, or anything basically as and when I feel like. So I went with this day free version, and yeah, I think this should be more manageable. So yeah, that's all I have for my 2023 lineup. I hope this is not too much for me. I don't know what this next year is going to bring, but I am hoping that I will be able to keep up with most of, you know, the planners that I am planning to use. So wish me luck, and do let me know if you have any questions regarding any of the planners and journals that I'm planning to use. And I'm also very much excited to know what you are planning to use for the coming year. Do let me know in the comment section below, and yeah, I will see you in my next one. Bye.